Everyone else that knew my dad knew he was a great man. Everybody that he encountered pretty much fell in love with him, and he fell in love with him. I kind of find myself saying the same thing to each and every one of you. As I introduce you as a friend, I introduce you as a great friend, as a best friend. That's pretty much what my dad would introduce himself as. I think he still has way more many friends than I do, so Dad, I'm on my way. I think I'm gonna have to catch up to you. To my brothers, Fred, Abram, and Albert, and myself, just know that my dad, although he was proud of me, I just want to say that he was equally proud of each and every one of his sons. There was no categorization. According to him, he loved us equally. He was very, very proud. Most of you know that I was in Afghanistan and I wasn't due back till Christmas. And my dad, I found out that he always heard that he wanted me home earlier than December. In the hospital stay, he was able to wake up and actually speak with me. And I told him I was home and that I was safe and that I didn't have to go back. He said, all right, and give me a thumbs up. But then I told him, hey Dad, why couldn't you wait till December? To my sisters, my dad loved you very much. You were his baby girls. Most people say that they have a pride and joy. Actually, he had two beautiful daughters. To the son-in-laws, he loved you like children. And you just know that he would do anything for you guys. To the wives, the same thing. Daughter-in-laws, he loved you all. To my mom, I think you can see his hands on his four knuckles. For many years ago, he tattooed my wife's name on there, Davila. And Mom, he loved you very much. And I know you loved him. It just hurts because of the way he went. But he went protecting his children. For everyone else that's here and that knew him, you guys knew him the way he was. He was a kind heart, no mean spirit. He wasn't a bad man. There were a couple times when I was young where I was like, oh Dad, you know, I wish I was like you. I think one of my tias is here, I can't remember which tia it was. She was, Alex, what you have is pretty much what your dad has, which is with my brothers as well. Everybody that I encounter, friends that I encounter, all of them remind me that I'm just like my dad. My dad could go into a store, he could go into a bar. Yeah, Gracie, all his sisters have been taking him, to enjoy himself to a local bar or a restaurant. And he'd go in there by himself, and he'd come out of there with like about 50 friends. I remember one story that Tia Gracie told me that she kept trying to yank him out of a biker bar, and all he kept saying, he didn't say one more beer. That's probably what I would have said. But what he said was just one more conversation. One more conversation. And that's all he wanted.
Has venido a la orilla, no has buscado ni a sabios ni a ricos, tan solo quieres que yo te siga. Señor, me has mirado a los ojos, sonriendo, has dicho mi nombre, en la arena he dejado mi barca, junto a ti buscaré otro mar. Tú sabes bien lo que tengo. En mi barca no hay oro ni espada, tan solo
Considering that he's watching us, and you can say about him, he accomplished many things.
Mom? Dad? 21 years in the military. Just a couple more to go. But this is a symbol of my 21 years of good service.
We had a good day with Ray in the hospital, and I don't know if a lot of you guys know what we do for a living, but guys like me and Alex, we run trauma teams, and we deployed, and we're usually on the front line taking care of the soldiers, and we've saved so many lives in our time in the military, and then it just hurts even more when we can't save the one that we love the most. And we saw him a couple weeks ago, and he was actually getting a lot better, and we thought he was going to pull through. We had a good day with him. We were on our way to Corpus Christi to a big car show. The car that led the funeral, the Impala. Ray loved it. They spent a couple weeks with us in Maryland. And boy, I tell you, I gave the story last night. I forgot to show Ray the car was in my garage, and I was having a big barbecue, and of course Ray was cutting wood and filling up the ice chest for me. And he said, "Hey Rudy, do you have any other ice chests?" I said, "Yeah, in the garage." So he went and he opened up the garage, and he came back. He said, "Rudy," he said, "I think my heart just skipped a couple beats." He said, "Where did the car come from?" He said, "Before I leave here, I'm going to clean that car for you," he said. I said, "I've been in Afghanistan for 9 months. I've just been in there collecting dust." Well, Ray, sure enough, in the morning, I don't know how he got my keys, but in the morning, he had already taken the car out, and he was outside polishing the car and cleaning the car. So that big car show a couple weeks ago in Corpus Christi, we had some shirts made, and on the pocket it said, "This one's for Pops." And we entered the car in Pop's name, and lo and behold, we took first place.
Whoa.
So,
Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the committal services for Alejandro Davila. And I take this